Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Ragu Adipatla, and this is Talking Funny. Hey, guys. My name is Ragu Adipatla. It's Thursday, which means Talking Funny. And tonight, my guest is Jessica Misra. Met her a while back. We did a lot of shows together, especially a really cool Indian show, Chalo Hasso. I hope that returns again at some point. She's hilarious. And she also has ran shows herself. And let's bring her on right now, Jessica Misra.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's been going on with you? How's everything going?
Good. I feel like I need to go back because there's just so much face.
You can do whatever you want.
Sorry to
Close, far,
but
from another room, whatever you want to do.
I gotta make sure it's good. I didn't know until it happened. There we go.
Much there. Nice. That works. You're centered. You're good.
Yeah.
How's it going? How was your day?
I'm doing great. Oh my God. Thank you for asking me. I just made an asparagus soup. I just made cookies.
Nice.
I'm the perfect woman. So
that's awesome. Asparagus soup is good. I love it. My wife makes it. It's amazing. Good stuff.
Nice.
But especially for a winter day, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
You just city get a lot. You live in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a lot of snow.
Oh my God! And everything.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. You're a Chicago comic. For those of you don't know, Jessica's a Chicago comic. Has been performing everywhere, and now all over the country. Now we all get to do that, which is cool. And we run into each other a lot in the virtual world.
I'm on a Zoom tour right now. I'm going.
Yes.
I'm all across the 50 states.
Yes, I love it. It's so great. We're all on tour, which is awesome. We just bounce from city to city and not even leave. Before we get into what we're doing now, I want you to take us back to when you started. How did you get into comedy? What was going through your life then?
So I was a theater minor.
All right.
For those who are less committed to the major.
Okay.
I was just taking theater classes and like auditioning for plays, and then I got cast in a play, which was super cool.
Cool. What play?
It was like an original. One of the graduates in the program wrote it. But it's called Trocadero Rose. If there's any of my roses
nice.
out there.
Awesome.
So I got cast in this play, and then one of my friends who also was cast in the play ran an open mic, and we had this crazy director she like made us do like 5 hours of dance rehearsals for dances we ended up using, just like
yeah.
I mean, it was like really fun, but we were also like, I do have homework, so.
Right. This was college.
Yes.
This was college. Okay. All right. So an open mic, and you did stand up, or what did you do? You did stand-up?
So I wrote like a little I would call this. I know stand-ups hate this, but it was a little sketch. I wouldn't even call it stand up. I wrote like a little sketch about this director and how she was like crazy.
Oh. That's awesome. That's really cool. How did she take that?
I don't think she knows about it. So
she does. Oh, she wasn't there at the moment. Okay.
I'm bored on that.
Guess what? I have her on our show. No, I'm just kidding.
This is like one of those gotcha shows.
What is those Jerry Springer kind of? And she's backstage and heard everything you said, Jessica.
It's like I'm the father.
So you did the mic, and then you were just hooked, or did it take a while to get back into it, or?
Well, I was like so drunk. I honest to God,
Okay.
I was like on stage for like 30 seconds. I swear to God.
Nice. That's what it feels like, though, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
you were probably on there for like 5 minutes, but it just,
yeah.
like you did. Yeah, that's cool. How was the response? How'd you do?
I thought I did really well, but it was also
Okay.
like a notoriously like supportive, open like mic or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I was like hooked. And then it was
Okay.
like Christmas break, and we spent like 4 weeks away from like the
Okay.
city I was hanging out in.
Sure.
So I was like writing a ton, like everything was a bit. Like
Okay.
my mom would burn a soup, and I'd be like, that could be a bit. Like
That could be that's awesome. When did you first do a mic where it was just comics, like all comics, or was this like that? Was this all like comics or
no,
audience? Okay.
it was like such a chill vibe that like people were doing their friends.
Okay.
It was then I started venturing out to the other mics in the city. And there's this one called Yacht Club. It's in a basement that used to be a morgue. And it does feel like it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, when you're bombing, you're truly dying up there. It just like makes sense.
Are they like the next comic coming up to the stage and then like nobody walks on and like for 5 minutes it's just empty up there because a ghost came up there? Or no?
Yeah, he actually
that never happened.
The wall.
There you go.
Because he's such a drama queen.
That's hilarious. That's cool. So then you just started doing more mics. Were you in Chicago? You were in Chicago at the time? Or
no, I was actually in Iowa. I was in Iowa.
In Iowa. Okay.
University of Iowa.
Cool. That's awesome. What was the scene like there? How long were you in Iowa?
So I actually was only in Iowa for like 2-ish years, and I do wish I had stayed longer. Just because it's such a great scene. It's really small, but like, I mean, everyone knows everyone, and they've been doing stand up for so long together. It's just like it's very cool.
That's awesome. Okay.
But yeah, I just graduated college, and it made sense to move to Chicago. So.
Okay. And when did you move to Chicago?
I think. God, are we counting pandemic time?
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what the metric is now with time, with the pandemic, what it equates to like regular time, like maybe dog years. I'm not sure how it works. It's like we've been in this 7 years, Jessica. That's what we've been in this a long time.
Oh my God, I should moisturize more.
It's crazy. We're just in a time capsule right now. But yeah, so what year? When did you move to Chicago?
I think it was 2018. I'm pretty sure.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So when did we start doing the Jello Hustle? Was when you first probably moved here, right?
It was the first show I did in Chicago, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh man. Well, that's great. That was your first show. I mean, it was a fun show. It was a really cool show.
Oh, it was the best energy of any show. It's so good.
It's great. I was, I had Tyler on here a while back, and like we were talking about Jello Hustle and how he would host it and all. And I hope we get to. Yeah, go ahead.
There's like 3 white people that got to like host the show. And he was
exactly. Yep. I love that. It's a cool concept, non-Indian hosting. But yeah, that's cool. What was your style of comedy when you started, and is it still the same now?
God, I don't even know if there was enough to be a style. It was just
that's fair.
Sort of like anything that I thought was funny. It was mostly like not one-liners, a little longer. But it was just like all my comedy's always been like deeply just like whatever happens to me is like what I talk about. I don't do like observational stuff. You're
hilarious because you talk about your parents, because your dad is Indian and your mom is German, and you're right. It's not like one-liners, but it's like you got like bam, bam, bam. You got punchlines. Like it's pretty cool. I love how you talk about your family, and the swastika joke is oh my God, that cracks me up every time. Like, it's so true. That's hilarious. I mean, it's like comedy gold mine. And it's always that though, right? Like when especially your family, when you get that unique family, which is really cool. but yeah, so what do your parents think about your stand-up? How do they react to it? Have they watched you yet or no?
Yeah, they're so supportive.
Okay.
You know what they'll do?
Yeah,
They'll literally
awesome.
turn off like their Zoom until I'm up, and then they'll like only put
Are
on
you serious?
Yeah, they hate the comedy. They hate it. I showed them Nate Bargatze, and they were like, a little spicy.
Your dad's just like, we will just support her.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
Yeah, like straight up like he's like in his like slippers and his bathrobe, and I'm like, dog.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my God. No, I love it. And how did your parents meet?
So they met in college actually. They met in the 4-H club.
Okay.
Yeah, because my mom grew up on a farm.
The 4-H club. Nice.
Okay, you're gonna laugh when I say this, but my dad is super into seeds. He's like a world-renowned seed scientist.
That's awesome.
So he's super. Like, he loves agriculture. He's an agricultural.
That's cool. No, that's cool though. That's so important. I mean, that's how everything starts from seeds. I mean, no, that's so cool. So then was your mom into agriculture too?
Yeah,
or she was there. Yeah,
farm, and she loved it, and she was always into like 4-H and stuff. So they met in like a 4-H through their university.
That's cool. And you were born here?
Yeah. I was born in
Iowa, or in Iowa.
Yeah.
Right. What's there? Iowa State or?
Yeah. So that's confusing because I started in University of Iowa, and then I'm from Iowa State University.
Nice.
If you have trouble thinking of it, just remember that both of us are kind of bad at basketball now. So.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I didn't hear too much about Iowa recently. I don't know. I'm not too good with college basketball. I follow North Carolina. I don't know why. Like, I have no idea. I've never been to North Carolina. I don't know.
So this is kind of cool. But Fred.
What's that?
This is kind of cool. Fred Hoiberg. Yeah. He used to be the Iowa State basketball coach, and then he was the Bulls basketball coach, which was cool.
Oh wow, that's cool. It's an interesting fact.
Yeah, you know what my dad said when I moved to Chicago? He goes, "I'll call up Fred, get you a job." I was like, "What?"
That's awesome. That's so Indian too. Like that's it's hilarious because like that's the same experience I had with my granddad, my mom's dad, and like he would take me around. He would go, "This is my grandson. He wants a job." Like he would stop people on the street. Like I had like my whatever resume I had when I was like a high school student. I wanted to get temp job. I'm like getting a temp job. I'm like, this doesn't warrant you stopping people in the middle of the street. I'm not that desperate. I'm like, it's hilarious. It's hilarious what they do.
I was like, "Dad, do you know Fred?" And then he was like, "No, but we're from A. It's a community here, and I will tell him our names."
That's great. That's awesome. When you were doing your comedy early on, who were you following? Who were your like influencers or in comedy?
So I like loved Tig Notaro. I thought she.
Okay. Yeah.
She would be the most naturally funny person ever.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then I'm huge into Marie Bamford. I think she's a genius. So good. Tina Fey is I know she's not a stand-up, but I love Tina Fey. I love everything she does.
She's hilarious. Yeah. Brilliant writer. I mean, her movies did so well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's really good. Have you ever dreamt about being on SNL? I could see you on SNL. Like, you'd be really good.
So I actually did watch SNL growing up. So I was always just like, oh, it's cool. But I've been recently rewatching it. It's awesome. Yeah. I would love to do it.
It's good? Okay. I haven't seen it in a while. Because I remember back in the day, I loved it when my favorite was Jim Carrey when he was like the lifeguard.
Nice.
I don't know if you ever seen that one. But no, yeah, I loved it back in the day. And I'm like, I haven't seen it in a while, but got to check it out again.
Wasn't Jim Carrey on like In Living Color? Wasn't he like on the SNL? Like
long time ago. Yeah. Yep. And it was, brilliant. And I got to catch it up again. I haven't seen it in a while, but that's cool. So as an Indian comic or half Indian or whatever you want to be considered, but what did you ever think that you didn't want to do like Indian humor, right? Like what did you want to do? Like, how did you decide what kind of comic you wanted to be?
I absolutely did so much Indian material. People were like,
okay.
You're not, like, are you Indian? Like,
yeah. Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, it was just like I was like surrounded by a bunch of like, people where like that was like, being a woman was cool. And then like the fact that I'm like vaguely ethnic, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Nice. No, that's cool. And you do it well. And when you talk about your family and and so you you were in Second City?
Actually I took an improv class there, but I haven't done too much. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's a different Jessica Misra then. You know, when I Google, I was trying to find out a lot of stuff you did, and I got like 5 different Jessica. I kid you not, 5 different Jessica Misras. One was like a musician, and one was it was called Stand Up Serenade. I don't know. Or you? I don't. It was with some other Chicago comics, and your name was in there, so I just thought I'd ask. Maybe it was it was supposed. I think it was supposed to happen because it was in the pandemic. It was at March. Showtime was like March 19th, 2020.
R.I.P.
That's why I was gonna ask if maybe it didn't. You guys were supposed to do it, and then that's why I was wondering if you were in Second City. But how did Second City help you in your comedy?
So I feel like before I did comedy, I did this improv class at City, and I did like a writing class as well.
Okay.
Because like I just like didn't even consider stand up as an option. I was just like, because I tried out for all these improv teams and I didn't make it, and I was like, maybe I'm just a fan. And then I was like, no, maybe I'm gonna try harder at improv. And then I suck at improv. I'm so bad. I know period people all the time.
Oh no, what do you think the challenge is? A lot of people don't want to do improv because they feel like, man, I gotta think of stuff on the spot, like that.
Oh yeah.
What was it for you?
I was always like pre-thinking of stuff, and it was so
because I did improv for like 2 years in college, and I was the same way throughout all 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like horrible because I would stand there and be like, all right, I'm gonna be the 4th person that jumps in because I want to let this sink in. And I'm gonna have I was never the first person to like jump in.
Yeah.
and then after a while, I think I did a game where it was just like me and somebody else. But it is interesting. Do you think it helped you in your stand up more after you were done with the improv class and everything?
I feel like it was just like a stepping off block. Like I was like, oh. Okay. Like, I think I want to do something in this realm. It wasn't improv. I was right. I died in so many scenes, and they're like, "You're not dead," and I was like, "No, I'm dead." Like that's the
no, I'm dead.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of improv. Scene is over, and then they'll start talking again, and like, "No, it's not over." I'm like, "No, it really is." I'm walking away.
They're like, "You're the main character. You can't talk in this scene." Like, what the fuck?
It's like that joke, like having a heart attack during charades. Like nobody knows if you're actually. No, I get that.
I wish I had a heart attack because then it would.
That's charades and improv. I don't think you want to, have any breathing problem or anything because.
It was like I was like, oh, I want to do something in this realm. So it was nice, and I met some cool people. So
yeah, no, that's cool, and I'm sure like I saw there's a lot of people that came from improv, of course, that did stand up. Like all those starting SNL people were all Second City people who also did stand up and all that. But yeah, I mean, do you ever do crowd work?
Yeah, I try to do crowd work. I usually try to like do bits that like incorporates them,
Okay, cool. Okay.
Because I mean, crowd walk. I walk in the crowd while I crowd work. It's basically improv, so it's something I'm better at, but it's intimidating.
It is. I've it's funny. Like I know they say like if you once you start talking to somebody, it better go somewhere. Otherwise, because people will give advice, and I don't know, it's scary because I've heard somebody say once, like, just keep talking until it turns into something. I'm like, no, because that'll be my whole set time. By the time I'm, it's not going to go anywhere. It is a scary thing, but I guess, but that's cool that you have jokes that, you just incorporate and you're able to do the crowd work, kind of prepared crowd work, I guess you would say. That's what I would try to do.
I'm basically cheating.
Hey, that's okay. That's what I do. So it's, but how is, now you are all over the virtual scene. You do a lot of Zoom shows. I know we've been on some shows together. What's your general feeling about Zoom shows and virtual shows? How's it been going for you?
I actually think about this all the time. I mean, it's been going really well. I feel like I'm one of the few people that's like benefited from Zoom comedy.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I just came at like a good time. You know what I feel like it is? I feel like stand-up live is like morphine, and right now this is like codeine, So it's like in the same family of the drug I need, but it's not strong enough.
Oh, you're talking about the drug. I thought you said coding. Sorry.
Yeah, I think codeine is what I got when I got my wisdom teeth out.
All right. Codeine. So you're talking about the drug, codeine.
I'm talking about opiates.
Opiates, right. Okay. I
it's an opiate.
I get what you mean. Yeah, definitely. And I know it's going to take a while for it to be full live. And even when it is, I think there might be stuff that's still virtual.
Yeah, it's so
that platform open. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool that I can roll. Yeah. Literally, I don't have to stand up. I can crawl if I want to my bed. Like, that's amazing. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And I love it that we can do other cities, and not move. But yeah, live shows, that's totally different feeling, to be in front. Do you have any, what do you think about the live shows? Are you doing it? Have you done any?
So
time or
I did some like in the summertime, and there was a bunch of outdoor stuff and all that.
Okay, cool.
I haven't done anything yet, but God, I miss it.
Yeah, it's they're trying to be safe, and it's tough, but I don't know. Well, I think it'll be. What do you think will happen once a lot of things open up? Do you think it'll be a slow trickle or a bum rush into like a lot of the stuff?
Like comedians or audiences?
Yeah, I mean, like comedians. When I'm sure either they're like really itching to get out there, or people will be kind of careful, and still it'll take time to fill up. Once things are open.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'll be like a bum rush of like 45% of the people, and then like maybe like 50% will be like, all right,
yeah, let's ease this in. We're right. So that's cool. I saw a clip, and this is why I kind of asked, I think, about SNL, because you had this thing called Chicago Refresh.
Yeah.
That you do with Tad Walters, right?
Yes.
Funny guy. Love that guy. What is that? So that's like a news thing, right? How did that come about?
I mean, yeah, I almost brought it up when you asked me that, but it's basically update, but like Chicago and national.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. We go like, because like, with Joe, I really respect SNL because like these jokes have such a fast expiration date. You really have to work hard on writing, filming, editing, putting it out there,
Right. True. Do you, it just started?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had like a prototype episode, and then our latest one, which
When do you guys do that?
We aren't quite sure yet. We're thinking like either monthly or bi-weekly.
Just to give it time for the editing and all that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, we literally have to like do like 2 days of writing, so like Thursday, Friday, and then like 1 day of practicing, and then film, and then edit, and like get it out.
Okay.
So it's like a intense week.
Was that the Laugh Factory stage, or was that a background?
Yeah.
It looked like it was a Laugh Factory. You guys were on that stage?
Yeah,
doing it.
Yeah, they were kind
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
wow.
So cool, right?
Yeah, that's so cool. I was hoping
Yeah.
that's what it was, and not just the background. That's so cool. How was that? Like, so there's pretty much nobody. Is there any audience? Like, very little. Like, or is it just empty and you guys are just using the stage?
It's completely empty right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eventually, we'd love to have it be a live thing. That would be.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, that's so true.
Yeah,
that's cool though.
Yeah, it was so cool. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Because all those bright colors and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the Laugh Factory stage. I mean, that it's just so bright. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's iconic.
That is cool. So pretty much like all the current events, and do you guys go through a process of what to choose and what not, or how do you guys pick what you want to? How do you guys choose what you want to do a story on?
I feel like it either has to be very relevant or very funny. Like,
okay,
my fingers in here. Never what I think.
Okay. Oh, are you trying to?
I was trying to
up in front of the camera. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's like opposite.
Yeah.
I'm so I'm so bad at that. Like actually today I was reading a story to my son's daycare. Like there's guest readers.
Aww.
And I'm trying to hold up the page and it was just like off half the time and it doesn't work. But anyways, so the news stories. So pretty much either relevant or funny.
Yeah. Like more relevant it is, and then the more fun. Like if something's kind of like a weird news story, I just want to include it because it's so fun to like write about.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's awesome. But that's cool. Because I could definitely see you doing something like SNL. I mean that going that route. and stand up.
That would be awesome. I mean, if they're hiring guys.
Oh, it's cool. What are your comedy goals coming up? Like, what do you want to do? What in the next few years? Where do you see yourself?
So, I mean, I don't know because I've always made my goals like material based. Like I want to get 30 new minutes, or I want to get like an hour or something like that.
Okay.
But with the pandemic, it feels like weird to even want that. I don't know.
Okay.
So, I mean, I honestly would just like to tour more and really kind of like start advancing like my stand-up and trying to get to the next level and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I've asked a few comics about what they wanted to do. And I know it is a weird time because the way I think about it is I'm going to write a bunch of material that one day, hopefully everything will come back to normal and I can be on a stage doing it, and I think, and then the thing is like bookers, which is great that, and they can see you from other cities.
Mm-hmm.
So when something, when everything becomes live, who knows, they might want you to, come out there. So I think that's the bright spot in this in this pandemic, doing like Zoom shows. I do see comics that don't want to do it, the Zoom shows, but I could never wrap my head around why that is. I wanted to pick your brain on that. Why do you think some people may not want to do it?
I feel like because it is not the full thing, and I do understand it. I've had people reach out to me and they're like, I was holding off just doing a podcast or something like that, but they're like I want to get back out there, even if it's Zoom. I feel like that's how everyone views it. It's like even if it's Zoom, I'll do it.
Right. I know it's definitely not the same thing, but especially when you look all around and you see cams off and mics off, and it's
in the chat everyone's like, whoa, you're crushing. You're like, what? I feel like I'm talking.
That's right. I am crushing because I can't see you, or you could be like not even listening to me. I don't know. I know it is interesting. Do you think that builds more? That's kind of test you as maybe a new comic, some of the newer comics, as to be confident in your material?
Yeah, it's like a pure test of like your persistence in a like your
Right.
to the bit, basically. Yeah,
exactly. I feel that way. Even though you've done this material so many times and you're used to doing it on stage, you've never done it in front of where you can't hear anybody or see anybody. And you're like, am I still funny? Is this still good? Like, can I still use this? Like,
exactly.
That kind of
I'm like
that feeling.
Because I'm such a like validation whore. Like, I need to know instantly if it's going well. And if it's not, like, is this even good? Like, am I just
exactly. Exactly. It tests you. It tests your confidence in your material. It tests you as a comic, and and I think it'll make us stronger when we get out there again, and the one thing that I am afraid of is, I don't know if you do this, but I'll have my jokes sometimes on the side because, like, it's so easy, like, my list sometimes. And I'm like, God, I better not get used to this. Cause like, I have one joke where it's like, it's a long line. Like, it's like, I don't know if you heard my fish joke, like where it's like a literally bam, 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 like a bunch of stuff, which I have to memorize. I'm like, I have a couple of live shows coming up and I want to do this. So I'm like, now I have to memorize this. Because it's not going to be.
I've been cheating so hard. I literally put it on the screen. So
exactly. Exactly. And it's like, I know these jokes. Why am I doing this? Like, I know this. What happened?
I'm just so scared I'm gonna like miss something that I'm like, I gotta not be present and read the joke.
Have you had any technical challenges yet?
Technical challenges,
like your Zoom, like mic not working right away, or I know I've heard a lot of stuff about trying to get used to doing it virtually.
There's a long pause which I had to get used to.
Oh right, yeah, that's true.
What I feel like sometimes, like I'll do a joke and I'll be like, that was awesome, and then it gets nothing, and then someone's like, oh yeah, you cut out during that joke. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know?
That's crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, it's nuts. I was doing in one of my comedy competitions, like my mic didn't work for the first 20 seconds of my 5 minutes that I had. But I was like, all right, if this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And I just like did my set, but I'm like, well, that was interesting. I had the mic problems. Oh my God. There are people out there with green screens and all that. I'm like, wow, you guys are committed to this. This is cool.
Dude, people have setups. Like,
yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've always dreamed about that. Having my in comedy stage in my house. I think that'd be cool. Do you use a mic sometimes, or how do you make yourself comfortable like doing comedy, or what do you do?
I was too lazy to get a mic, and now I'm like, it's too late.
It's too late. Too late in the game.
So I like try to use my hands a lot when I like do my bits, but it's, like, sometimes I like go out of frame. So
yeah. I know. I bought a mic, but
nice.
I don't know. That's what cost the 20-second. And then I found out what's happening is my Bluetooth cuts out and goes to my Bluetooth headphones. Even though they're off, there's a serious problem. My headphones are broken. Like they still pick it, even if it's off, it picks up the Bluetooth.
That's so weird.
It is. That's strange.
Yeah.
So now I got to do comedy outside of my house. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just in my yard. So I don't know, but no, that's cool. So how do you like the Chicago scene once you got here after Iowa? Pretty cool scene, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's so good though, because there's so many comics.
Right, of course. How was it in Iowa when you said so the scene was pretty good? How was the network there?
It was pretty good.
The comics, yeah.
You end up getting to know like the Davenport scene and the Des Moines scene and like, you know, all these other scenes just because like, you know, to do more shows, you drive around and all that.
Right. But, of course.
You know what? I didn't know. I didn't understand what bumping was. Bumping, for those of you that don't know, it's like where like a comedian at an open mic the host will like put someone they know above you.
Oh, so, yeah, you get bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like that wasn't like a huge thing in Iowa. So I was just like, I feel like the list is longer than I thought it was. I would just like sit there and be like,
oh yeah. Sometimes, well, the thing is, you could get bumped, but they're not going to say anything unless like Jerry Seinfeld walks in and they're like, they make it a point to, you know. I've never, if I was going to get bumped, man, that'd be cool if it was like a really big comic. I mean, I don't care if I don't care like on a mic, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but like when.
It is it's like whatever. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was happening.
When you look at the list, right, it grows, and all of a sudden you're like, you came in first. You're like, you sign up at like 3, and all of a sudden you're at 10, and you're like, what the hell just happened?
I was so dumb. Like I came into a mic like last because all these people have been there for like a football game, and then they're like, you just sign up in the order you got here, and I was like, what? I was like, I thought you guys were just watching the football game.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. And then there's that thing where like if it is a football game, you're like last on the set, but all the crowd leaves.
Yeah.
Like, there's always, it's like, you know, in a dish of like tortillas and the bean and the cheese and the chicken, in the middle tortilla somebody takes and like everything's gone.
Yeah, it's like
like the mic where the one guy where his comic brings like 15 people, and as soon as the comic's done, the crowd leaves. I'm always the one after that.
Yeah. That's way worse than getting bumped. Is when the crowd,
I think so. When the crowd leaves after like their friend is gone.
Yeah, you're like, put him last.
Mics are I hope we can get back to it. Do you do a lot of mics?
Virtually or like in person?
Yeah, virtually.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been focusing on Chicago Refresh this past week, so I haven't been doing money. But before that, I try to do a couple and a bunch of shows and stuff like that.
Nice, it's cool. I think there's a lot of support sometimes with that chat that's on the side. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah. What do you think about that when you're doing your show and then you get messages on the side, like people are like, you know, reacting to the show, and then like, have you ever seen anything weird in there? Like anybody going there and heckling, or you witnessed anything in there? Because I have. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
Not me in general, but like there was it just. So I think one audience member was not enjoying it. Like the whole time was just like saying stuff because they feel like they can. Now the audience has like a place to like make comments. I was just wondering what your experience has been with that, with the audience that's able to do.
So I mean, that's never happened to me. That's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, right.
There was a one time that like I was just at an open mic, just throwing out whatever bits, and this like one guy was correcting them in the chat, and he was another comic, and it was so douchey.
That's hilarious. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that was another comic.
It was another comic, and he was like like I had accidentally called someone like a boomer, and he was like breaking down the age ranges of boomers and Gen X and millennials, and I was like, oh fuck you, dude.
Fact checking your bits.
I was like, I'm never gonna do this bit again. I'm just like trying to like work something out. He's just like, he's taking. I was like, whoa.
That's crazy. Wow. How was his set?
I think it was fine because no one was fact checking it.
Oh, geez. Like, I didn't hear that about weed. Hey, you're wrong. That never happened to me.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. And then there was another guy where I was like, because I had heard that catnip was like LSD for cats. And then he goes, actually, it's more like Adderall for cats. And I was like, don't do this. Don't do this right now. Come on.
Right. It's hilarious. Oh man, have you done any of the comedy festivals that were virtual?
So I did.
Which one did you do?
comedy.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. New York Underground Festival. That was a fun one. Were you able to do any of the workshops? They had some pretty cool workshops. I don't know if you've had a chance to.
No, I didn't. I don't think I took advantage of it because there was so much going on all the time.
I did. I saw a couple, but I think the one thing that's impressive is how fast they've gotten used to the virtual scene after doing live shows for a long time.
Oh yeah,
it's been nuts. But what was your experience with the festival?
I mean, I had a really good experience.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I know some people didn't, but my
really? Okay.
I don't think any of the shows, and I don't think anyone had a bad experience with the show, but like there was like other issues that I don't really understand, so I won't go into.
Okay.
I had an amazing show. I mean,
that's cool.
It was awesome. The showrunner was great. The crowd was into it. There was a lot of people there. I was not expecting anything. I was like, this is gonna be weird, and it was weird, but in a good way.
They draw a lot of people, which is cool, and a lot of people get to see you. Have you done any comedy competitions?
I did the Uncle Clyde's comedy competition.
Oh right, okay. The Flappers one, yeah. How'd that go?
Oh my God, I got third, and I've never placed in a comedy competition.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, baby.
That's awesome. Yeah. Uncle Clyde's was pretty fun, and I'm so glad that a big club out in LA like that is doing so many virtual stuff.
Dude, they transitioned so easily. I don't know how easy it was, but they fucking jumped on it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was cool. And so we've been doing a lot of shows in Colorado. That's a fun scene. Yeah, I mean, no, it's cool. What do you have any shows coming up that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm doing a KO comedy show on Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like another online comedy club, and
nice.
Yeah, the guy that like started it, Sammy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he was on 100 Humans on Netflix.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. Awesome. He was like one of the hosts and stuff like that. So he like started this comedy club, and I've done one show there, and it was super great.
Yeah, it's on Saturday. You said?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay. What time?
11 CST.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a later show, so
everything's out of the West Coast, right? So it's like we're always like it's hilarious. I tell my parents to come and watch sometimes, and they're in Eastern.
Oh God!
They're like, yeah, Mom, you have to log on at like 10. It goes to bed at like 8:30. So.
Dude, there's this one mic on the West Coast that starts at midnight, and I was like, that starts at 2 a.m. for me. I can't even.
Jeez, midnight. That's even late for like. West Coast, like
12? I think that's
pretty late. I mean, like, and wow, is it one of those? Hey, get here and we'll sign up.
Yeah, it's for 12 o'clock, and it's like I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do morning. I can't do that. So
I did a show at 7 a.m. once. That was fun.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was out of South Africa, so that's
that's really cool though.
Some of these. Yeah, they too bad. I don't know if they're doing it anymore. I gotta I'll let you know if they do it again. Because they did a few shows, so I'll find out. Anything else coming up?
I don't.
When's your next sorry, I gotta look at the name again. The Fresh Steve, your news show.
Oh, the Chicago Refresh?
Chicago Refresh. That's right. When's the next one? When can we expect it?
We don't have a date, but it'll be in March. And if you follow us at the Chicago Refresh, we got like TikTok, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got YouTube, posting it on Facebook.
Yay, that's awesome. We can find you on Facebook and your Instagram.
Oh yeah, I have an Instagram now. My name.
Yay! Okay. What is your Instagram handle?
It's I don't know why I started like.
You have a slash in your Instagram handle?
No. That's like a subreddit thing. I don't know why I started doing. I've spent way too much time on Reddit.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that is a Reddit thing.
It's just R Misra.
Jessica R. Misra.
Yeah, at Jessica R.
Okay. At Jessica R. Misra. That's where you can follow her. We're gonna go into my my last thing is like these crazy questions. I call it Ragus Hot Sauce seat. I made that name up myself.
What?
Yeah, it's brilliant, right? Oh man. But there's some of these questions were asked by Facebook or Amazon in interviews, and some I don't know, they're just crazy. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Number 1, name something you can do with a pencil besides write with it.
Chew.
You chew on it. Oh,
yeah.
We've had,
these are like Family Feud-esque.
What's that?
These are like Family Feud-esque.
I think so, right?
Yeah. I like
Is it on the board?
Yeah, show me chew.
Oh, I know. I love Steve Harvey. And, oh my God. I think he's the best at that. All right, here we go. Number 2. What items would you buy at a store, let's say like a Walgreens or a CVS, to make the cashier really uncomfortable?
Plan B probably, and hair dye and gummy worms.
Plan B, hair dye and gummy worms.
Yeah, it just looks like you're trying to start a new life, but also need a new snack.
I love that answer. Oh my God. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never had anything, even one of the items be not sexual. I always had to do it. You have to, right?
Yeah, maybe vaginal.
There you go.
Yeah, that's still sexual.
No. I'm saying like there's all Plan B has to do something to do with that. So
yeah,
you're good. Like I've just never heard all 3 items be something not in that.
Well, now I have to go to CVS and kind of
buy those.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna have you back on, and you can tell me what happened, or maybe maybe you'll be telling it from prison. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but okay. So what? Here we go. All right, you're on a raft, or a boat or whatever. It's you, an old man, a nun, and a baby, but there's only room for 3 of you. So one of them has to go. Like you got to just kick them off, and you're nowhere near shore.
I throw that nun off. All right, I kick her out. I don't even look behind me.
That's awesome. Wow, that was quick on the nun. Like I'm usually haven't heard anything that fast on the
nuns are mean.
That is true. That is true. They might like try to convert you or something. Or,
yeah, she probably. Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard like one person say the baby. And then the old man, because he's lived a long life, and there were a couple people who said they would jump them. They themselves would go.
Nope. I'm only nice people on my raft. All right.
Nice. Yes. All right. If you were to choose between flying or invisibility, what power would you choose?
Okay, so I feel like flying is not as cool as it sounds like, because it's really cold up there, actually.
That's true, it is.
But if you're invisible, you could like steal stuff, and I'm like kind of a kleptomaniac. Yes. So
you are. So like you don't need the power. You kind of said that like you've done it before.
I mean, I'm like a low key one. Like I still like
what low key one.
I'm like chill about it, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, I would steal a lot of stuff, I think, as an invisible person. Yeah.
Nice. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
If Colbert's producers call you and they say they want you to do a set on the show, but you have to change your name to Jessica Miserable.
Perfect. I'll do it today.
Would you do it? You'll do it?
I'll legally change it. What do they want from me? I'll be on the show.
Exactly, right? I mean, that's most people said that.
Yeah.
I think I've had one person say they wouldn't do it.
They could call me Jessica Jizra, and I would still be fine.
Wait, what was that?
Jessica Jizra. They could call me that.
That's awesome.
I would happily go on
the show. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Wow. If there was a movie made about you, who would you want playing you?
I mean, I'm trying to be pragmatic about it, but I think Mila Kunis would be so cool. But
Mila Kunis?
Mila Kunis, yeah.
Yeah.
But cool. I know she might be out of my wheelhouse. So it's like,
okay. Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, hey, that'd be cool. I think it'll work. Yeah. I think if you're what would your autobiography be called? If you wrote one.
It'd be Lay_Ms. Les Mis.
Lay_Ms. That's great. Like Lay, like LAY or LES or Lay.
I think LAY is way funnier. I was thinking LE.
Okay.
Like
LE.
Yeah, LE.
Les Mis.
But LAY is so funny. And I could just be like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. That's so that'll be a cool book. Yeah. We're gonna look out for that.
Yeah, it's on the shelves this spring.
Yes. All right, last question. What do you prefer? Is pasta sauce like ragu or prego?
Honestly, all of them are bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like make my own. I know that's douchey, but I do it, and it's so good.
That's cool. That's awesome. You can make pasta sauce?
Yeah, you literally just like cook tomatoes a really long time with some garlic and herbs.
That's it. It's like just tomatoes. You just throw tomatoes in a pot and just like, swish it around, and that doesn't sound too good. Like that, it doesn't sound flavorable. That's okay. You need something else. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, don't do this. I put salt, and I put pepper, and I put a little basil, a little fresh
pepper. Basil. People always think they're making something special when they add basil. That's like that one ingredient people love to say. Oh, I got this, and I got basil. Basil.
Because when you tear it, you just feel like a real chef. You're like,
oh, that's right. or you start high.
Yes.
And you just
sprinkle it.
Like, exactly. That's right. Yeah. I saw this one Cosby show. It was funny, like back in the day before we knew everything about Cosby. But he always said, like, when you don't have to really cook anything, but when people see steam coming up out of the pots, they think like you're doing something really big, like you're cooking a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a waft a little bit.
Do you cook a lot?
I'm trying to get more into it. I don't know if it's a pandemic thing or not, but it's so much cheaper.
That's true. That is true. We're all bartenders now, I think, because of the pandemic. It's pretty crazy. But cool. Anything else you want to say? What else?
No.
Nope. No. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. Jessica, this has been fun. Thank you so much for being on.
Yeah, thank you.
Show. It's been a lot of fun. And so your show is this Saturday, right? KO
Comedy.
KO Comedy on Saturday at 11 Central.
Yes.
And then, my God, why do I always like the news show? Can you tell me the name again?
Oh, the Chicago Refresh.
God, I'm so bad. I was doing so well, and then I just like totally like.
No, you were crushing it, and honestly,
and you're
thank you.
And you're at Jessica R. Misra on Instagram, and you can find you on Facebook.
Yeah,
please look her up, everybody. She's hilarious. She posts all her shows on there, and definitely check her out. Jessica, thank you so much for being on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Bye. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
Hey guys, that was Jessica Misra. Oh my God. That's it for this show. Next week, it will be another special day and time. We'll be on Monday night at 7:00 with Keisha Norton. She's out from the West Coast. It's a comic from out there. She runs a show called Friday Night Funnies, and I'm going to be talking with her on Monday night. So till then, thank you so much, guys. This has been Talking Funny. I'm Ragu Adibatla.